Oh, here we go.
All right,
Hold
so
up.
now we're live, but we're
Oh,
still
man.
private.
Yeah. Wow. Is it still? Are you still? Am I still the big one?
Yeah, I'm leaving you as a big one for a minute here.
For a minute?
I might just have to sit here and switch who's talking.
Okay. You'll be the stream maestro.
Yeah, how do we set it to random, like back and forth? Because I don't know how to turn it off now. Let's stop presenting. Oh, now hold on. Now you don't talk, so let me talk. I'm talking. No, see, now you're still the bigger one. Oh, I can just switch like this. That's kind of annoying.
Are you live on YouTube?
Yeah, but it's private right now. Should I set it to live?
Oh, okay. No. Oh, I thought you were like I was gonna like find it and be the first viewer.
Yeah. Where's cameraman? Oh, hello. Now you talk.
I'm talking. I am talking about.
Okay, here we go. All right, yeah. So now, okay, so this switches back and forth. Bucket's a large video. No.
Free Getter style vocal 2017.
Oh, we have a little chat we can use. We can talk shit about people.
Wait, where? Which one?
So do you see at the top on the left, there's the message box? Chat?
Yeah. Okay, I'm clicking chat. Oh, hey, nerd. Wait, how did you... Oh, wait, so the group chat is our chat, not...
Yeah,
not
nobody.
chat?
I don't think anybody else can see that. I hope. I'm pretty good. People can't see it. Hold on.
Look at all these nerds. Lamau whomst the fuck.
Should I send it to live?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. We should make sure that this group chat is like just for us, though.
Yeah.
We should. Yeah, we shouldn't.
Oh, well, just watching the stream right now, I can't see it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so how do I set it to public?
Here we go.
All right, I'm going public. Still no option for a thumbnail, but yeah.
Dang it.
All right, we're live. I published it. I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone here. All right, I think we're live.
I'm looking at your page and I don't see it. It says live up in the top, though.
All right, we got one watching. I think that's probably me. All right, yeah, I can see it on my channel. If you go to my channel.
I'm on your channel on my... Oh, there we go. There I am.
All right, now I'm going to post this everywhere.
Ooh. Let me link this to my Discord. Also. Oh, and it changes back and forth too. Sweet. Just videos of me typing. 2 watching now. I wonder who those are. Send this. Posted all over the interwebs.
Yeah. I put it on Facebook here. Who's watching? Oh, we got 3 people watching. Who's watching? What's good?
Oh, we're doing it. Sorry, still promoting the thing. We're doing it to them. Wow, people can donate. Super chat.
Yo, send us money.
incredible. Wow, now 4 people watching. We're blowing up.
Yo, we out here. Yo, what's good, guys? How's everybody's day? I'm trying to figure out how I can see the comments on my phone.
Oh no, I hope your audio isn't like feeding back through my speakers.
Is that what's happening, or?
No, I just hope it isn't, because I'm running on.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't think I have that.
Here, I'll just point it closer to me. Be fine. Worst come to worst, I'll just put on Apple earbuds.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell.
Should have clickbait harder. I guess we get people to throw their links in the chat and we just start clicking them.
Yeah. Send us your tracks. We want to do some track reviews here.
Yeah, and then once we have enough people, we'll do a breakdown on Perseus.
Yeah.
Because it's our big one. Our big one. Ooh. Almost 10,000 plays on SoundCloud.
Yeah. You're out here.
We out here. My biggest track to date. Wow, 5 whole people. Incredible.
I'm going to do a Instagram story real quick.
Sorry,
we're live on YouTube, doing a live stream with my boy Briden. Briden, say something for the people.
I'm saying things. We're talking about EDM.
Yeah, EDM. Come get it.
I like the energy. I like the hype.
That'll get them.
That will get them, in fact.
And then they came in groves.
Exactly. My friend Kyle's watching. He's gonna drop some unreleased thing I worked on with a while back.
Oh, so he's gonna like send you like I should like send in like your tracks like.
Yeah. I'll just start linking my own stuff. Be like, hey, I wanna review that track I've sent you already like 4 or 5 times. The demo I've been working on for like 4 years. But yeah, let's start throwing around some tracks. You want to listen to like our stuff first until more people start sending in things, or how do you want to start this? You want to start by talking about the track, or
do we have comments on?
I think so. We have like we have a top chat.
A top chat?
A live chat. Oh, Alden Franklin. Hey, dude. Sorry, I didn't see you before. Hey. There we go.
Yeah. Where's the chat? How do I see this?
Oh, no. You have to set it to live chat, not just top chat. Top chat is like you pay to get in.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
And live chat is like everything.
Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, top chat.
Sorry, streaming is is magic, not science. Let's be real here.
We out here.
Look at that little king logo.
Yeah.
Leader. Ooh. Alden, send in a track for us to listen to. We're doing feedback.
Yeah. Hook it up, boy.
That sweet ambient music.
This blueberry drink is not actually very good.
Oh, I'm sorry. At least you'll be healthy though.
Yeah, I got those antioxidants.
You'll feel good. You'll like get. We've got a rover. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Whoa. Yeah. So we're kind of starting this with like track feedback. You want to send us unreleased stuff, released stuff? Doesn't really matter. We're here to listen to it. We're real happy that we got to release a song. So we wanted to just bring that happiness around. Hey man, hey Andy, 234 Music Official. Sounds very official. I want to see some links. I want to listen to some stuff. I want to put on
some tracks. Send in your links.
I want to put on my headphones and hear some bangers.
Yeah.
Or or not, or like not bangers, like anything. I'll listen to whatever. I'm just happy.
Send us your most distorted clip tracks.
Yeah. If the master's not clipping on the tracks, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Get that out of my ears. Alden, I feel you. Singers are fickle people. Yeah. Never trust a vocal kid. Yeah. Just put it in the chat. Andy, and anyone, just put it in the chat. I'm pretty sure we can click the link from there.
Yeah.
If it's even if it's like a private link.
Yeah.
As long as you have the little like end bit for the private link, I think we can click it. Get you some of those sweet plays on SoundCloud.
Yeah. You can reset your private links afterwards if that's a concern.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the share button, after you click share, you can like reset private links. And then I don't know, maybe like half an hour. Oh, you can't post links? Okay, then send it to at cyclopsbase@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
I'm pretty sure you can post. Oof, okay.
Can I change the settings? I want links.
He wants links. Well, let's see if we can change the settings. If not, email them to your boy, to Cyclops.
Oh, moderator. Oh, block links. Hold on. Post links.
Hashtag post links here. That should have been our name. Post links here.
Yeah, post links here.
There we go. Then Cyclops, you have monitors, right? So you can you can like play them onto the stream and like hear it.
Yeah.
Whereas I am running off. I'm gonna be listening to them via these. So you're gonna have to listen through him. Because I'll listen on my own on my lonesome.
Okay, send one to my email here.
Okay, yeah. So you should start sending them to cyclopsbase@gmail.com, right?
Yeah. Okay, I got yours, Alden. We'll play it.
Ooh, can you start DMing me the link?
Yeah, hold on.
On Facebook. There we go.
Yeah.
This is just so I can listen as well.
I don't get why. Hold on. Because you can definitely change this so people can post links.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Pop out chat. I don't get this. It should just be able to send links. I don't even have there's an option to block links, but I don't have it checked, so I don't know why that's not working.
Oh no. We'll get there, Angel.
All right, hold on one sec. I'll send this to you.
We may have to do this the analog way, rather than the
way the pioneers had done it with their messenger.
Alden, don't you dare! I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
All right, I'm sending it over.
Okay. Guess we're listening to our first one. Ooh, Golden Mother ID, D minor. I'm gonna listen.
I dig the vibes here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the percussion is really good.
Oh, you're wicked loud. Hold on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to think how to balance this. Hold on. Can people hear this?
I can hear it a little bit.
All right, so we're listening to Alden Franklin's track right now.
Yeah, we're listening to. He's at Golden Mother on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
He makes kind of, as far as I know, kind of
really
trap stuff. Ambient. I think you should turn up your monitor volume a little bit, just because I'm having trouble hearing it through the.
Okay. Yeah. Let me. Well, can I turn your volume off real quick and then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Can people hear this now? Can Can you hear this? Still can't hear it? Hold on, hold on. Oh, that's sub bass. That was pretty dope. I was into that. Hold on one sec. All right, Kieran, you're back on.
I'm back on. Cool. Yeah. I was gonna say, well, yeah. One, pray for rhythm. Two, I really like the vibe of the track. Alton. I was gonna say, I think because this is something I struggle with a ton, it's easy to fall into like loops and just like adding things every 4 bars. I think like adding like surprise and like changing it up midway through is like one of the most important things you can do. Just like adding like effects that only happen like once or twice throughout the song, like little things that like you can use to like differentiate one part from the other. Obviously, a lot of that comes from like finishing a track too. But I like overall, I really like the track. I thought that was really cool. I like the drums a lot.
Yeah, I like the mellow, like trap vibe.
I was gonna say those kind of like off snares you had. Those were great. Those were really cool. I've been looking for that sample for like forever. You gonna be making some rhythm?
Yeah, I'll do some rhythm.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it to him? Big rhythm monster.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not the dubstep guy. Cyclops is the dubstep guy.
We're gonna do a Briden like chill trap collie style.
Yeah, at some point I'll do a guest kind of, and just do a bunch of just wrong things. Be like, yeah, you should clip your master and
clip gang.
Hashtag clip gang.
Hashtag clip gang. Everybody on Twitter, hashtag clip gang.
You don't clip your master, you're not doing it right. Did you he did the mastering for Perseus. Did you clip the master on Perseus?
No, I did not, but I wish I had.
We should do a tutorial where we go back and we reclip the master on
That's what we'll do. We'll do the track review and then we'll go and remaster with the clipping.
Thank you, Angel. Hashtag clip gang. There we go. We're starting the
clip gang. Where all my clip gang at?
Oh, thank you, Saul.
Thank you so much.
Damn, I always keep that 6 dB headroom. If that 6 dB isn't over 0 dB, like if you're not 6 dB above, I don't know what you're doing. Not gonna lie.
All right, well, I'm gonna Google this. Does anybody know how to do live streams, like how to send links into the chat?
Yeah, because it would honestly be a lot easier to
send links into
to just like be able to, so that way everyone in the chat could also click the link.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, then we could all hear what we're posting at the same time. I have not drunk dog, but I'm gonna check it out right now.
Can you pin a comment? Can I pin a comment to like the top or something?
Probably.
All right, because I want to just say like send links to my email. Send your links to cyclopsbase@gmail.com. Can I pin this? No. Damn, YouTube Live sucks.
What plugin do we use for mastering? Well, honestly, mostly Ozone 7, right? And then Ableton stock plugins.
Yeah.
Ableton stock plugins are really powerful. They're really good. Virtual Riders clipping. Does he clip the master? Oh, yeah, that's what we got here from the live stream. Yeah, so Ableton stock plugins and Ozone 7. The only problem with Ozone 7 is that it does a lot every step. Like it's really easy to like put Ozone 7 on and like
fucking get really carried away like real fast.
Crank your master just really quickly. The trick is to do a lot of little bits. A lot of little bits over the course of the master chain.
Oh, in Ozone, I have Ozone 5 and Ozone 7. Can't you move around the parameters so you can have, you know, like the imaging earlier or later, whatever you wanted?
Yeah, Ozone 7 is module based. Like you can like switch the way you can put like imaging first and then saturation or vice versa.
Yeah. Let me check my email real quick.
Yeah, let's get a second link going.
Oh, here we go. Hubsy sending in the track.
Ooh.
All right, I'll send it over to you here.
Very much. I'm surprised we still can't post links in the chat.
Yeah, that's such crap. Right, I'll post it into the stream. 1 sec. I wonder if I can post links. Okay, I can post links, which is kind of crap. If people want to check this out, is that I didn't even ask. I feel like such a dick. Is that cool that I post your link into the? Yeah. I hope it's okay. Maybe I should delete this. Hubsy, is it cool if I post this into the chat here? I guess it's gonna have to be okay.
I'm listening to Hubsy's track right now. It's really good. I really like how the drums are mixed, at least so far.
Cool, it's cool. Okay. Well, 1 second. I'm gonna turn off the mic real quick, Kieran. I don't know if he knows.
Listen. Us man are on a robot thing. You man are on a donut thing. You man are on a hopeless beat now. Rock down a no-look thing. Us man are on that for the wax. You man are on a roll-up thing. Us man are on a hold-up way. Man are on a hold-up thing. That's for the fans all over the world. So we're getting a show book thing. We got the game sewn up. Watch my roll-up smoking a grown-up thing. I'm the virtue. Somebody tell that man that emerged you. You need a plan to reverse you. I'm the man to reverse you. Driving a German whip like Angela Merkel. German whip like Angela Merkel. Let's go now.
I'm gonna stop it. Yo, what do you think? I think it's sick, dude.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not the hugest dubstep head, but I can appreciate like good bass music when I see it.
This is
I was gonna say the mixing is on point. I thought the drums were like perfect.
Yeah, I thought the basses were wicked cool too.
Yeah, my only comment about the basses is I think the same thing I said to Alden is just like more variation. I think it just like putting in fills of either like different growls or just like weird like little drum sounds. I think can really improve a groove, and you've got like a good groove going.
It was like it definitely had like a different vibe from like the original like Show Up. I thought that was wicked cool. It's like almost a new song. It was wicked sick.
Well, yeah, and that's the way remixes should be. So like, congrats on that.
Yeah.
If you've made a new song out of an old song, you've done like a remix right. Then yeah, like that's how I met Cyclops. So.
Wow.
Yeah, Hubsy Dubs, that was good. I liked it. No matter the criticism or anything, it's all just like I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Somebody send more tracks. We need more music to listen to.
Yeah, we need more music to listen to. Otherwise, we're gonna start playing our own stuff. We don't want that.
Everybody go like Hubsy's track. It's wicked dope.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone go throw that a repost. Yeah, Angel, didn't you have a track as well? Send it into cyclopsbase@gmail.com. Where be the clip gang, though?
Yeah, where's my clip gang at?
Yeah, was Hubsy clipping the master? If not, I take back all I said. If he wasn't clipping the master, it sucks. It's terrible. Here we go. Hashtag clip gang real quick.
What we got?
Hubsy better be clipping that master.
Yeah.
That master chain.
Why isn't that a thing? Why can't you send links into the chat?
Oh no. Well, even if you don't have a track out, Angel, you can send us like works in progress. You can send us private links. You can even send us like a beat you made.
Yeah.
We'll listen to anything, dude.
As long as it's cool that we like play it on the stream here.
Alden, you just found our new slogan. If you ain't redlining, you ain't headlining.
Yeah.
We can credit that to Alden.
Yeah.
No, but for real, if you've got unfinished beats, we can listen to them.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We got two tracks here.
Right,
this one's for Major 2 Roll. I'll send this to you real quick.
All right.
Can I send this into the chat?
Probably take a minute for them to hear it, or like for it to reach.
Yeah.
The stream delay. I wonder if you can change the stream delay.
Major 2 Roll. Is it cool if I send this into the chat here? Right. You got 10 seconds. I know there's probably some lag here.
Yeah. Throw me that private link though.
Yeah. Here we go. What do we got?
Headbang over here for a minute.
Major 2 Roll. Can we send in your link to the chat?
This is the Goonie song, right?
This is yeah. Here we go. Yeah, Goonie. What's the email again? Hold on. Send your. I got it. Oh no, that's fuck. Sorry for swearing.
10 Fortnite YouTubers who have sworn.
Top 10 anime deaths. All right, here we go. I'm going to send the track into the chat here. Everybody, if you're sending over tracks, I'm going to drop them in the chat, so I hope it's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, send the link to the in the email. All right. I'm going to take a listen.
Put it all in the email.
Kieran, I'm going to mute you real quick. All right, I don't know if you heard me, so it happened. All right, here we go. This is Calm and Collected by, I hope is it Goonie or Gunny? I think it's Goonie. Might be Gunny. Kieran real quick. Yeah, that was wicked dope.
Yeah, those percussion sounds were awesome. Is that Major 2-Roll? Are you gunning on SoundCloud? Because if so, that was a really good track. It had a really cool vibe.
That was. I like the like kitchen percussion they call it. Just like it sounds like things are falling.
Yeah. Oh, kitchen step, right? Didn't
kitchen step.
No, I really like the percussion. I thought that added a lot of like color to the song.
Yeah.
In terms of just the way that, because I think the beat is so simple, just in the way that like the kick and snare moves, the percussion like really makes it.
I think it would have been cool to have like a section where everything kind of like low passed and like had some air. Like you go up into like the big groove and then like everything gets like really like quiet and like you add some ambience. That would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, I think building on that, the song is always kind of going.
Yeah,
I think the reason the drop like breakdown, like build up drop breakdown build up drop section is so like, or that style is so powerful is because it's like tension, release tension, build tension again, and your song was kind of like building the whole time.
Yeah,
there was no big release, and of course you're not trying to like drop a banger if you're trying to make a chill track, but I think even within that, you can like have some kind of like swell, some kind of like movement within the track.
We got 5 tracks here.
Oh man, it's time.
I wish we could send tracks into the chat. Does anybody know how to do it? How do you send tracks into the chat? Okay, I guess not. All right, I'm gonna. All right, so I'm looking at Eduardo here. Eduardo, you're up next.
Oh hell yeah.
Eduardo, I'm gonna send your track into the chat here. I hope that's chill. And I'll send it to you, Kieran.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna mute you real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah. All right, so we are listening to what is this? Ed Music. This track is called The Master. Oh, it's out. Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
It's time to bring in.
We're gonna a little bit more. Of course, we got a lot of tracks to get through here, so I'm gonna have to kind of do these.
Yeah, we'll keep our comments a little bit on the briefer side.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I felt like the drums were like a little bit too loud in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that that's like my first. I thought the growls were really cool.
Yeah, and I thought
like,
the song
good job like alternating between them. Yeah, I like that really kind of fast one and that like almost break growl, which worked super well.
Yeah.
no, overall, really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah. I
think you can bring those drums down in the master, still have them be really punchy, and then get an overall more cohesive track where the snare isn't like blowing out your eardrums every time it comes in. Like,
let's do another one.
All right, let's do it.
We got another 5 here.
Oh, they're really coming in this time.
Yeah. Right, here you go.
Oh, here he is, Andy234. Hell yeah.
Oh, my dude, Andy. All right, here we go.
Go ahead and mute me. I'm gonna take a listen.
Yeah. Alrighty, this is Andy234. La Leyenda del Zorro Rojo. My Spanish is a little spotty, so. All right, here we go.
Solo quería que todos me dieran un poco de amor. Solo amor. Solo quería que todos me dieran un poco de amor.
I thought that was pretty sick. Well, all right, Kieran, you're back.
Me too. I think the theme of the overall song, like it was like really cohesive.
Yeah, I like that. I just like commented on it. I think the Latin dubstep sound is pretty cool.
No, yeah, I think the singing worked. Sometimes I'm like iffy on like when people sing on their dubstep songs, but it worked there. And I liked the way the kind of melodic elements meshed with the growls. You know.
Yeah. My only complaint would be it sounds like a little compressed. I don't know if like that's like a result of like trying to make it louder. I guess, yeah.
Something I've learned firsthand, both from your boy Cyclops and just around the if it's too compressed after the master, like take the master off and go back to mixing, because it's not a mastering problem.
Yeah.
It's like a mixing issue.
Yeah.
That you need to fix. Like you can compress anything, and I've compressed a lot of stuff. I've compressed things way too much. You go back to the mix, fix your mix a little bit more, and then master it again. Then it shouldn't be as compressed.
One sec.
But overall, I really liked it. That was really cool, dude.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'm checking the email again. What do we got? All right. This one is Ed Ryan. Here we go.
Ed Ryan. All right. Let me take a listen.
Here we go. I'm gonna mute you real quick.
Go for it.
This is where are we? This is by Ed Ryan. This is called Supreme. Here we go. Are you back on?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had the opposite comment in terms of criticism from the drum step song earlier. I thought your drums could have been more present in the mix.
Yeah.
Compared to the other one. I liked the kind of like chicken soup vibes.
Yeah.
That I was getting from this track on the sound design. The sound design was really cool on that one.
I was wrong. I'm sorry. I said Super Me and I said Supreme instead of Super Me. I like noticed that right afterwards. The logo caught me off guard. But I thought the basses sounded really cool. My complaint would be like Kieran was saying, the drums could be louder. I think the basses there was some like really like resonant basses in there. They were like a little harsh, but
yeah, and you can always fix that with like notch EQ, right?
Yeah, just like notch out those frequencies.
Clip Squad, yeah, keygen music. Ooh. Clip gang keygen. I like these pin messages. I was just say, the song overall had a really good vibe. I like the vocal. I just think the drums could be a little bit more present in the mix, and the resonances on the basses could be turned down a little bit, just because they are so like the bass is like the bass is most of the track, at least during the drop, and I think they need to be like really clean.
Yeah. All right, so this next one, this is Keygen, my boy Keygen Music.
My boy Keygen.
The track is in the email, so Kieran, I emailed you the track here.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, I can't really send this into the chat, but hopefully you guys can enjoy the live stream audio production of the track. So I'm gonna play it real quick. All right. It's just called Ableton Remix. So here we go.
And when you start, it happens fast. Just when I go, and when you start, steady score. Steady score. Score. Steady score.
That was insane.
That was crazy.
That was a very loud master.
Yeah, he's definitely clip gang.
He out here. He's clipping the master for sure.
Yeah.
As I said, yeah, I really like the variation in between the drum. There was obviously a lot of like time put into making the drop feel full.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
There was one bass in particular. I'm like, I've been like trying to figure this out on my own. Hold on, I'm gonna play it again real quick. That right there. Did you guys hear the? Let me play it one more time. Yeah. I'm gonna, shoot me an email how you made that, because that's crazy. I'd love to make like a video on that.
So yeah, good job, Kijen. You out sound designed the sound design maestro.
No, guys, hold on. Let's see. There we go. Oh, what the? There we go. Send your tracks to cyclopsbase at gmail.com. Oh my god, we have so many tracks.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on, real quick.
I'm putting my headphones back on. There we go.
1 sec. All right,
Keygen clip the master.
All right, if you guys are gonna send tracks, send your track in the next 5 minutes. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, I'm not gonna take any tracks after that because we got way too many here. All right, so this one's by my boy Max Kilnick. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm gonna send this into the chat if that's cool. Here we go.
Ooh, you linked it. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna take a listen. So
yeah, all right, here we go. I'm gonna get playing this. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to start moving a little bit quicker here to get through a lot of these, but all right, I back on.
That was my type of music. You're on my wavelength here, Fluent.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I really liked the chords, and I think that's one of the most important things in terms of like future bass is like nailing the chord progression, which you totally did. That was sick. I think again, and this is gonna be a recurring theme. I think the drops just need like more breaks and variation.
Yeah. I definitely agree with the chords. I think a lot of people drop the ball, except not today. Everybody's writing great songs today.
Yeah, songwriting's on point today.
Yeah.
If you follow my boy Cyclops on Twitter, he put out a tweet a little while ago. It was like songwriting greater than sound design, and I think that's really showing its head today.
Yeah. Yeah, songwriting. All right, I'm like trying to move through these emails.
Great stuff, dude. Honestly.
All right, the next track. I can't. Okay. Oh, it's Nikita. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. Kuznetsov. Nikita Kuznetsov. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, it's Velix on SoundCloud though, right?
Yeah. We got Velix. Right, this is
Let's do it.
Demo by Velix. Can I send this into the chat? I certainly hope so.
Oh, He's Keijin said check out the Virtual Riot sample pack. I think it's called Heavy Bass Design.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's where Keijin got the growl, I think.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna. All right, Velix, I'm gonna go ahead and send this into the. Okay.
Let's take a listen.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit just so we can get through some more tracks here. Sorry, guys. That was pretty sick. Are you back on? Kieran? Lost him to the music.
Oh, sorry. I'm still listening. Well, what were we gonna say?
Oh, I said I thought it was pretty cool. There's a lot of like experimental stuff in there.
Yeah, I think in terms we've been talking a lot about sound designing. I think, or sorry, songwriting, not sound design. I think you had a really cool like theme, like the da da da, that I think you could have like made a little bit longer because you kept like repeating those like that 3-note kind of phrase over and over in different variations with different like sounds or whatever. And I think if you had made that a longer melody, it would have been easier to make. It would have added a little bit more like flow to the track. But I really liked it. That was sick.
Yeah.
That was a really cool track.
Yeah. All right. Move through a few more here. If you sent in a second track, I'm just gonna try to get some like new people if that's cool. But I'll definitely check these out after the live stream. You guys can always send me stuff to my email.
Yeah. Big thing for just being on SoundCloud. People are super open at listening to stuff / like talking. Like you'd be surprised of all shapes. Just like message people. It's really easy.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do this is Stan Durkach. Unfortunately, there's this is just it's like a track in an email. This isn't on SoundCloud. Send this to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's called ID. Here we go. I thought that was wicked cool. Kieran, you're back on.
I am back on now.
Hybrid Trap is in the house, folks.
Hey, everyone, shout out to Hybrid Trap for giving us a huge release on our song. Thank you, Hybrid Trap. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But also, the music.
Yeah.
What was this guy's name? Sorry. The ID by ID.
Catch. Yeah. I thought it was super cool. I like the scratches. I like the electric piano.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit with some of those basses. I was getting like a Flume's first album a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of those vibes, the kind of syncopated, like whoa, 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 whoa. Like that. I like those. Yeah, no, I thought it was a really genuinely cool track. I think it sounds more, at least to me, like a beat than a track.
Yeah.
Like something that someone could like rap over or sing over.
Yeah.
Cool. I think it needs a little bit of that top line to like completely fill it out.
I'm gonna do another one here. Probably do like 2 or 3 more here. So this one's Gabriel Ivacek. I hope I said that right. What's producer tag? Oh, we got Aid. Or no, what's this? Yeah, Aid by Slumpy. Am I saying that right?
I hope so. Let's do it. Is this a Facebook link or a?
Yeah, I'll send you the link right now.
Sweet.
Here we go. All right, this is by Slumpy. Here we go. That's pretty sick.
Yo, that's my kind of bass music. I'm gonna say it right now. I love that kind of stuff. That was like a headbanger for me. That like metallic kind of tube sound at the bottom of like every like 4 bars, whatever. That was sick. That's like one of my favorite types of sounds.
Yeah.
I'm almost getting like old school like 2012 like dubstep from this, like
yeah,
Moscow or like people like that, but with like kind of like a new twist because of the drums. I really liked it. That was sick.
Yeah, I'd say if anything, I'd say maybe just like a little more variation with like different sounds and stuff. But I thought everything like the mix was like pretty good and stuff.
Yeah, I know. And the reason I think I come back to that a lot is that something I do myself so often is I get stuck into a groove. I'm like, I never want to end this groove. I never want to, improve upon it. And you kind of get stuck in like loops, whatever. At least that's how I see it. So I think variation is something every producer should like work towards.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is
we got Zebe.
Oh, hold up.
Is it cool that what?
I can't access the track.
Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah. You got to send if it's a private track, you got to send it with a private share link. I probably can't open this either.
Yeah, you have to click on the share button and then copy the link that shows, because there's an extra like bunch of like numbers and letters at the end of it that you have to kind of deal with.
Yeah. Send us another link. Hopefully we can get to it real quick. I'm gonna do Zallards real quick. My boy Zallard coming through. A remix of Dua Lipa New Rules.
Ooh. Love that song. Let's do it.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, my love, he makes it feel like nobody else, but my So I tell myself, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. Don't let him in your life and kick him out again. Free. Don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. I got no rules, I count.
Yo, that was good.
That was really good mix, I thought.
Yeah, we got all these like bass producers here. We got somebody coming through with house music. That's pretty lit.
Yeah, no, that's like kind of like future bouncy, right? I like that. I haven't listened to that music in a minute, but I really like it when it's done well. And that was done well. So honestly, I have nothing but like positive things to say about this remix.
Yeah. So are you Zane or Zallard? Because the email was Zallard. This is Zane. Is that? Want to shout out my boy? I think it's Zane. I'm going to shout out my boy Zane right now with the 4.
Well, let's shout out both of them, Zane and Zallard.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a sick remix. You guys did really good.
All right, I'm going to do. Sorry, but I'm going to do just one more here. Let's do Zebe. I want to show him some love.
Let's do it.
I'll be sure to email everybody else after the stream, though. I'll check these out.
Yeah, regardless of if we listen to it on stream, I love hearing other producers' music, especially ones that are kind of around my level, you know? So yeah. It's always fun to just like hear stuff. And Cyclops and I pass around tracks all the time, so yeah, you'll at least be getting 2 listens out of it.
Briden, can we drop your email in the chat here real quick so people can
go for it. Yeah. Well, I'm just bridenSF@gmail.com. So if you guys ever want to I make more kind of future bassy trap stuff. If you ever have something that isn't dubstep, you know, you want me to take a listen to, hell yeah, throw it my way. At BridenSF on SoundCloud if you want to throw me a follow.
So this is did I drop this in the chat? All right, this is my boy Zebe.
Fog bass. Yo, are you from the Bay Area, dude? So that's where I'm from. So yeah, area.
So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm just linking my email in the chat as well.
Yeah. Well, I got a call from my dad.
It's like, turn it down in there.
Hold on one. Oh, yeah. Hold on. What's going on? All right, can I? I'm gonna. Kieran, is it cool if you take over real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Hold on. Is your mic? Okay, your mic still says it's red. Can you talk real quick?
I'm talking. I'm talking into the stream.
Can you guys hear Kieran?
Talking. Have we been super quiet this whole time? Oh no.
Can you guys hear Briden? Well, I think that.
I hate stream delay.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Oh god.
Okay, Hubby Dubs can hear me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because Cyclops needs to dip out for half a second, so I'm gonna take over.
I thought but real quick, I thought the bass design was really cool. I thought the track was I thought it was just a solid track. Good songwriting, good basses.
Yeah, I was gonna say on my end, I'm gonna since Cyclops has to leave for like a minute or two, I'm gonna take over and I guess we can do like a little bit of Q&A on like producer things.
Yeah, hold on one quick second. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. So at Zebe, one, if you're from the Bay Area, shout out to you. But two, I thought the basses were really good. I thought the track had a really great groove, like a really small clip. Like the breaks, the small little like kind of breaks every 4 bars or so were like really loud. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think they like poked out of the mix a little bit too much. All right, so now I think we're gonna move into the Q&A section. Like Cyclops said before, we kind of ran out of time to do like more feedback on this stream, but we're always down to listen to other producers' tracks because honestly, like linking and talking to people that make music is one of like the best things about doing this. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'm also gonna ask y'all if y'all have any questions about production. Now's the time. So I'll start answering a few of those questions. Then Cyclops will help. Cyclops will help me answer them when he gets back too. If you don't remember, number one tip: if you don't clip the master, you're not doing it right. You've heard that from me. You've heard that from Cyclops. But he'll be back. We're gonna do a breakdown of Perseus when he comes back. The track we just released on Hybrid Trap. Shout out to Hybrid Trap for being in the chat. That guy's awesome. If you don't already, he puts out a lot of different stuff on his channel on SoundCloud. A lot of it's really cool. So aside from the Germans making sick beats, let's get some questions. Do you guys have any questions about like the really nerdy aspects of producing, like compression? Double sound goodizer. Well, I don't use FL, but I follow Dylan Tallchief, so I'm gonna say as many sound goodizers as you can put on a track. It makes it sound good, obviously. And plus, it should clip after the sound goodizer, so you know. But I know sound goodizer is used for a reason, so as many as you need, I guess. Sorry, Ableton, like Cyclops. I'm more familiar with damn right. As many sound goodizers as you can throw in that thing. If it ain't literally a brick when it comes out of the master, you know you're not doing it right. Yeah, congrats, Zabe. Let's say Dylan Tallchief is one of my favorite YouTubers, aside from the guy I'm streaming with right now. That guy's so funny. His Ableton diss rap is like one of my favorite things. Yeah, Keygen got it right. Able gang, if that's a thing. Ableton all the way. Okay. I'm not a dubstep producer, but I actually got a Growl 101 course from Cyclops recently. Basically, you want to take the key to a good growl is a really good wavetable if you're using Serum. And again, quoting Cyclops here, but find some really cool wavetables, either that or import your own. Get in a kind of like a long LFO, attach it to that, maybe use the Combs filter, and then you've got a growl. And then you can mess with the LFO and like the wavetable position, like how much that moves. You can also like bend and squarify the wavetables to make it sound a little bit more metallic. Okay. Hubs W is asking if I use samples or VSTs for leads. Honestly, it's about 50-50. I've been it comes with a reverb filter. Either one. They're both super popular in terms of growls. I know the reverb filter is used in a lot of Boombox Cartel's leads, if you guys like them. Okay, so Hubs is asking audio samples or VSTs for leads and stuff. I'm going to say probably for like my generic leads, because I use a lot of like super saw like chords in my music. I use Serum for that. But for a lot of like stabby leads, I've been using this really cool flute sample I found a while. Oh, he's back. He's back. Yeah, they've been asking questions.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say favorite part of the creative process for me I love creating drums. Drums are like my favorite thing. I love layering them. I like finding cool samples, making like grooves. So drums and bass, but I like every part of it.
What are we doing for questions? What's our current question?
I think it was favorite parts of the creative process.
What's my favorite part? I don't know. I think my favorite part is when the track sucks and then you like do one thing or like you find the thing and then like it's like, oh yo, and you like start geeking out and it's like that's it.
Yeah, that's honestly like those moments of like, oh shit, you know, that's like that's the best part. And if anyone's used, let me know. Somebody try to throw a couple of vocators in the sausage fattener. Hell yeah. if I had the opportunity to kill exactly one genre, ooh.
Oh, I saw somebody joking about a genre. Oh, Nightcore.
Nightcore? You kill Nightcore?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Stan Durkach is asking how to make your track sound the same on monitors, on every monitor / device. And I think, honestly, that sucks because it just comes with practice on like doing it on a bunch of different monitors and devices.
Yeah.
And kind of knowing where everything should kind of sit within the mix.
Yeah. I'd say whatever your best pair of speakers are, like in my case, it's like my monitors. I think my monitors are closest I'm going to get to like hearing it truly what it is. That being said, I would never trust one set of monitors or one set of speakers, even if it's like the best speakers that like you can possibly afford. Because when you consider that most people aren't going to be listening on good speakers, you have to take that consideration into detail. Yeah.
Speaking of mixes and stuff, I use Audio Technica ATH, like ATX 40s or whatever. And those are great. They're really flat and they're pretty cheap if you want to buy them. They're good producer headphones. But I always test out mixes on Apple earbuds before I put anything out.
Yep.
Because that's what people are going to listen on. If it doesn't sound good on Apple earbuds, it's not going to, like, no one's going to listen to it on studio quality equipment, right? Yeah. And yeah, Alden Franklin also, reference tracks are great. They can help you put things within your mix. But if you're testing them, it's just trial and error, like learning how things sound on the most common devices. But my best advice would be to just test on Apple earbuds because that's what everyone's going to listen on.
Yeah, I use the AKG K702s. Pretty decent studio headphones, and I have
Audio Technica M40Xs. If I didn't make that clear earlier.
Yeah, and of course the studio earbuds.
The studio earbuds. the mono white studio earbuds.
Yeah. And I have, for monitors, I have JBL LSR 305s, which are like the most standard Guitar Center recommended monitors, but they work. Everybody, like, I know a ton of people with them, but like everybody's like, you can get good mix sounds on them. They're pretty decent monitors for the price.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mixes is the trickiest part. I was gonna say, Addy Boy, you're worried about mixing on monitors. Both have their ups and downs. The room can affect how monitors sound.
Yeah.
You get less of that with headphones, but headphones can also be deceptive and have EQ changes within them. So I think if you're gonna mix on headphones, make sure you have ones that are pretty flat EQ wise.
Yeah, and also you don't have an accurate representation of your stereo field. Everything's because when you listen on speakers, you have 45 degrees and then what people consider an extra 15 degrees past the speakers. You can mix things with like stereo tricks to get things to sound like they're outside the speakers. So in that regard, you have I suck at math. What is that? 30? Is that 75 degrees? 45
no,
plus
50? 15 plus 45 is 60.
Sure. Okay. And then, yeah, but when you listen on headphones, you have 180 degrees because you can pan things all the way out to your sides, which is exaggerated stereo field. So
and that does not sound good when you're listening on Apple earbuds. I was working on a track later and I panned like this kind of off snare all the way to the right and all the way to the left, and it sounded terrible. It sounded really good on my headphones, but it sounded terrible when I played it on monitors.
Yeah, going back to what Kieran was saying, how most people like consume on earbuds. I always like take the consideration to check my masters on earbuds because a lot of the times something will sound good, like particularly like around 2 or 3 K, like kilohertz, like on your monitors. But then when you go into earbuds, that frequency can be pretty shrill. And like, I feel like almost consistently I have that problem where like it sounds good on the monitors. I put in the earbuds and then it's like, oh crap, I gotta make sure I take some out of that range. So more than one speaker.
Yo, hold up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
You take over for a minute.
Yeah, what else we got for questions, guys? Yo, send me your questions. What do we got? Do genres actually matter? No, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I'd say trying to label what you do is almost a bad thing, because then it keeps you inside of a box, if that makes sense. Like, if you take the time, like if you think about trying to break out of your genre or meld genres, I feel like you're going to be more successful because you're going to be making stuff that people can't put a label on, or people are going to associate it as like a new sound, and then that can become your sound. I'm trying to think of somebody who's a good example of this. Oh, who was that? Who sent the Latin like dubstep track? I thought that was wicked cool. Like it's dubstep, but it also had like a Latin groove, and that was like, I felt like that melded pretty well. So I think genres are the bane of our existence. All right, what else we got? What do I often use for post on my drop basses? All right, so what do I? I'm thinking of like the standard plugins that I might use. I'd say OTT. Well, I think OTT is, I don't always use OTT, but I think it's a pretty solid bet a lot of the time.
I was gonna say OTT is great because instead of a dry wet, it has an amount knob.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually splitting the signal between the wet and the dry signal. You're just, it's always going to be a completely wet signal with the OTT on it. It's just the amount of compression on it.
Yeah, and I think OTT is really cool because not only does it'll do compression across 3 bands, and it uses so much compression that it's almost acting as a limiter, but also like the way, if you've looked at the outputs on OTT, and I'm going to explain this in a terrible way, so it's going to be very confusing, but like it almost like scoops the mids, and like it also has like an EQing effect when you run it through OTT, especially with like a lot of amount. It'll kind of almost like shape your sounds like an EQ, which is very neat.
Zebe asks, who is your favorite producer? Oh man, that's hard. But I'm gonna have to go. Instead of saying favorite producer, I'm gonna go favorite area. There's so much cool music coming out of like New Zealand and Australia right now. Y'all heard Montel 2099. Y'all heard like Nekalai, What So Not. All of these guys are from like Australia and New Zealand. They're all incredible. And in terms of actually wait, no, you have to.
Oh, well, I wanted to say something real quick. So my friend, my buddy just moved out to LA. He's like trying to go to Icon, or he is going to Icon. He's not trying to. And he got hooked up to go to What So Not's album release party, and I thought that was so sick. Ooh, it was so cool. Like,
What So Not such a cool dude.
Yeah, and he was saying What So Not was like wicked nice, like wicked chill. I was so jealous. I think I go through phases of favorite producers, and I'd say right now I'm in a big Virtual Riot phase. As you probably figured out from my Virtual Riot remix.
I used to, Andy224, I listened to Barely Alive a few years ago, back when you put out Candy Kid. That was like my favorite song for a minute. Eddie Boy with Big Nose, how do you think about ghost producing? Honestly,
what are you gonna say?
Well, no, I was gonna say I don't think it's a problem, because at the end of the day, it's making it, you're listening to music that someone, like, at the end of the day, it's just music, right? And people who choose to listen to it, enjoy it, can enjoy it. I think it's a little bit sus for the person that puts it out. Like, if you're not presenting your own work, there's something inherently a little bit sus about that. But anyone who does ghost producing, I don't think that's a problem. You're just trying to make it as a musician. Like, that's just another like revenue source as a musician, is just like doing work for other people, and that's fine. Yeah,
I think I like when it's like more open that people ghost produce, like someone like Diplo, like I think it's safe to say from like seeing his Snapchat, and he meets up with like Benny Blanco, who's like a huge pop producer and has like a huge team of people who write songs. I think it's pretty safe to say that Diplo doesn't write everything in his songs, but he still writes great music. And I think he's taking the role not so much as someone writing songs, but as a creative mind, like curating the music and promoting it. Because he's got such a huge platform at this point. He can promote music. He can put on other artists. And then he can play huge shows and, you know, bring people into different cultures and stuff. Like he's got like the whole Latin vibe with like Major Lazer. I don't think it's totally a bad thing. I think it's pretty cool that people are able to do that.
I think the biggest pitfall for ghost producing though is as like a small producer, if you use ghost producing to like make a banger or whatever, and you send that to a label and you get that signed or whatever, and then people expect that from you, that creates a problem for you as a producer. I think people see it as like a way to move up in the music world, and that's not what it is.
Yeah.
That'll just
hold on. We oh, you froze for a second. Are you cured? Uh-oh. He's frozen. Oh no. Can you guys hear me? Are we still moving? We got a bit of lag here. Well, let's try to clean this up a bit. Uh-oh. We are frozen. Oh.
There we go. I'm back.
All right. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So what were we saying?
Ghost producing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the teach a man to fish or like give a man a fish kind of paradigm. Like you give a man a fish, like write him a ghost produce a track for him. Like sure, it's gonna like help him out in the short term, but in the long term, it's gonna kind of keep him from finding his sound and working to become a producer. If that makes sense.
Oh, Addy Boy with the existential questions right here. Would you rather release a song which is going to go viral but you actually don't like, or release a song you really love but nobody gives a shit?
I guess it depends on your values, really. Like, what are you trying to get from music?
Like, I think there's a lot of different ways you can think about this, right? Because, I don't know, it's nice to have a platform to release music you actually like on. Like, a lot of people make it big doing one thing and then change their style once they make it big.
Yeah.
So I think, not to sell out, but I think I'd rather release a song so I can get a following and then get people to hear the music I really want to make.
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be like some version of that first thing.
Yeah. I think someone like Getter who like, I don't know, gets like called out for like selling out. I thought it was cool that like he was able to like, you know, write, not that it was like mainstream, but it had his own sound. He was able to write music that people would like grab onto, and now he's able to do his own thing. And like he put out like that hardcore song. He's got a
he just did an EP with Ghostmane, which is just like trap basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Getter's a good example of like making it big doing one thing and then kind of moving and doing your own thing, because now he's like barely dubstep. Like after like the shred after the the So What EP, after his like last EP, he hasn't like made dubstep since then, and that's fine. He still makes really good music and it's super heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he raps as Tara Reid too.
Yeah.
So he's doing a lot.
There was a cool video Ghastly put out just a few days ago about like EDM or like things he's learned in the industry for like beginning producers to learn from. And he was talking, I'm going to butcher this. I think it was called like platform artists versus live artists or something. And it was, one is writing music for a specific niche, and another one's writing music for like a large audience. And it just boils down to like, as a producer, what you want from music. Do you want to be somebody who's writing music for a smaller crowd but has a really like dedicated crowd, or like for a big audience who won't like necessarily like flock to you, but you can reach a larger audience and potentially spread a larger message?
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a little bit muddied recently with the kind of the rise of like these really large SoundCloud followings for like specific artists.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's not like super attainable for everybody.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, you are gonna have to pick like one of these two things.
Yeah.
And like that's not to say that you can't have a style going into like a large platform. It's just like we won't have like a super dedicated audience.
Yeah. It's very rare to have like a really unique sound and like be like have your own sound and like be this big next like blow up artist like Skrillex or somebody, and also be mainstream.
Darude Sandstorm. People love it in like Finland where it's from. Not gonna, yeah, people like Darude Sandstorm. And it was probably really good when it came out.
Evil Wave.
Oh?
What he's talking about, Evil Wave. Keygen. I've heard Evil Wave and these boys with Starbuck.
Favorite meme? Yo.
What's their favorite meme?
Yo, crispy memes / like the real shit eyes. Yo.
We've been talking about crispy memes. Those are so awesome.
We were thinking about releasing a remix of Perseus where it's like the B is like Perseus and it's completely blown out. Good times. Thank you for. Man, I don't know all these subgenres. I've been out of the dubstep game for a minute or two. I don't know death step. Oh, back when I listened, it was like bro step, drum step, and like dubstep. This is like 5 years ago.
What would be the favorite collab between two producers?
Ooh, damn. I don't know. Perseus by Briden and Cyclops.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Go listen out on Head of Chat now. There's been some really cool, like Crane's done some really cool collaborations, but
I don't know. I gotta look up, make sure there's no collab here before I suggest this. I don't know that there is. Zomboy and Virtual Riot would be cool, but I'm geeking out on Virtual Riot right now. So
I was just saying, I listened to Zomboy back in the day, like early 2014, like back when he released what was it? It was like before he put out his album. It was like the last EP before his album.
Before the most recent album, or
he put out 2 albums? I haven't listened to him in a minute. It was like the one with like Gorilla Dance on it and like Vancouver Beatdown.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna find this real quick.
Because I feel like whenever like Virtual Riot drops like anything, people freak out. They're like, "Oh my god, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard!" Like he just dropped his like new EP and like people lost it. And I feel like whenever Zomboy drops new tracks, people are like, praise Zomboy, like praise the god. So if they
it was the Dead Symphonic EP. There we go.
Oh yeah,
that was the one I geeked out on for a while.
What's my most hated producer, DJ? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to like call people out on the stream.
Just like
I've heard, I'm only speaking from what I've heard here. I have no experience, so I can't say I hate them, but I've heard Monks has done some crap, not nice things to some people. Kind of screwed over a couple people, so I don't think that's cool. But I don't hate him. I mean, I like his music, so I don't know.
Alden Franklin throwing some shade at Marshmallow. Yeah, he's pop. He's doing what he's doing.
You mean Tiesto?
Oh yeah, face reveal. Face reveal. Tiesto marketing to a new audience. You could do it too if anyone could do it. Do you think you want to do Perseus track breakdown at some point?
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all want to see? Yo, the project file is insane.
Yeah, we got 107 tracks. We were just like going over it.
107 tracks. God damn. It was so hard to like mix, like sound even like a little bit decent at first.
Here we go. Hopefully we can run Ableton on the stream and not get things to sound awful. Everybody cross their proverbial fingers right now. Oh, I've already got it open. We might be out here. I didn't even realize I had it open. Let's see this work.
Peace, dude. Thanks for the submissions, everybody, especially that, and with the comments.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try to screen share here.
Let's do it. Y'all want to see a extremely large project?
Yeah.
Mioplex, I've been producing for about 2 years now. I've been producing since. Yeah, no, it'll be 3 years next. Like, no, I've been producing 3 years. There we go. Sorry.
All right, am I just Ableton now?
Yes, you are.
I love how it's like a picture of Ableton when I talk. Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Ableton. I'm gonna clip. All right. Oh. All right.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
All right. Let's see.
There it is in Ableton too. Wow.
And hopefully it runs with Ableton. You can watch me like butcher my way through Ableton here.
Yeah, he just got it. He's not familiar yet.
All right. So can you hold on? If I play something, can you guys hear this? Hopefully it's not like brutally loud. It's brutally loud. That's not too loud for anybody, is it?
No, I think it should be fine. Also,
right.
yeah, we better clip the master right now.
Yeah, we're gonna clip the master.
We're gonna clip the master.
All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. Where do we start? Just start from the intro.
Let's do the let's just show like how we did the chords and a lot of the ambient stuff. If you guys didn't know, I put like bird and ambiance at the beginning of like all of my tracks. It's in. Now I don't want all of you just copying this, but it adds a lot, especially if it's super wide. You can add a lot of ambience to the beginning of your tracks / the breakdowns of your tracks just by adding like noise, be it vinyl scratching or birds or like rain or whatever. That's like, it's super helpful. It fills out even if you just have like one chord thing going.
Yeah, I love to I like when you have like a break or something after a drop, just like throw in some like ambience to help fill out the space. That's super clutch. But I wouldn't know because going back to the ghost producing, we got this ghost produced.
Yeah. So yeah, we wouldn't know.
Yeah,
we totally didn't make this.
I mean, it looks like something they worked pretty hard on it. All right. So yeah, we started with some rain and some wind chimes here.
If y'all didn't know, I'm a huge fan of the medicine sample packs, overdose, microdose. Those are like my go-to like sound banks. They're so good. Everything that medicine makes is just gold.
We have, what is this? We've got at least from 76 to 107, so about 30 FX tracks here. So we got like these rain sounds, like wind chimes, the shaker roll, and then more wind chimes.
Something I learned while doing this was actually, yeah, it's like that Alan Walker video. Something I learned is that like having mini transitions between even parts within parts, like every 4 bars or so, we have kind of swells and like falls, like showing the like putting in new elements within the track. I think that's super helpful to give your track movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of a little whore for putting swells like between every section. So what we got? So that we have the intro. We have the So it comes in with the chords here, and we have the little melody bell type thing here. These cool plucky boys. And that's just like a square wave with a slow envelope attack. And we got these chords. And then we doubled them. Oh, wait, no. Okay, we didn't use these chords.
Yeah, I think those were the chords that I had put in at the beginning before you kind of changed the progression.
Yeah. Oh, no, we do. Okay, this is a pad.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just super quiet.
Yeah. Just kind of filling space, and kind of in like the stereo field. And then we get to here. And we got our mallets. And that's awesome.
Yeah, I brought in that mallet sample. I got it from a YouTuber named Seri, S-E-R-I, in his Sam Gelatry kind of video. It's just a really good mallet sample. And I just made a little melody over the chords.
I want to change the name of this video real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I switched it to answering your producer questions. Now we're switching over to what should I call this? Track breakdown.
Sweet banger 2018 breakdown.
Clipping the master.
Clipping the master 2018.
Master 2018.
Sausage fattener 100% 2018.
Sausage fattener 2018. 10%, 100%. Can you guys see this?
Not yet. You haven't like put it in.
Good job. I wish you could I should get a thumbs up emoji. 1 sec. I know this is super productive. This will help you become very good producers. I think it's what Zomboy does. Here we go. All right, I'm surprised the project is running so well on the live stream here. I'm very happy. So let's go over these little chord guys real quick. So we got a serum. And yeah, these are just some saws with a little bit of unison and a detune. And then a little bit of envelope action, controlling the low pass filter. So when the chords play, they soloed the chords. Oh, that's the wrong one. I am really bad.
Like we said, giant project. It's a little bit hard to find.
Here we go. Yeah, so you can see like the LFO moves every time the chords hit.
Also, I agree with Angel Martinez. Cyclops definitely needs more recognition. And Keygen Music, I died several times there. I screwed up the email several times. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a chorus on it, I think. Or yeah, we get some dimension, some hyper, a little bit of reverb, a little bit of chorus. And then EQ'd it, so it's got not a lot of low end, not a lot of high end, and then compressed it with
high passing almost like everything except like your kick and your sub basses and stuff is like a good way to go. It cleans things up without you having to do any like serious editing.
Yeah,
that's a pretty.
Yeah, if you keep in mind that a lot of sounds have like their fundamental, especially ones that are like tonal, like playing notes. If you know where the fundamental is, you can high pass right up to the fundamental and you should be fine. And a lot of the time you'll go even past the fundamental because maybe the fundamental is like not what you want in your sound. Yeah,
the fundamental frequency being the thing that produces the harmonics above it.
Yeah, so that would be like your lowest main frequency. And a lot of the time that's tends to be the loudest frequency popping up on like your EQ. Yeah, we got these chord boys, and then we move into the build here. So I want to talk about this little transition here. Got these cool drum rolls and drum hits. Where are we? Get this reverse one here. So that's kind of cool. Gives a quick swell, and then we get this nice drum roll. These are from the Cashmere pack, which is so bomb. And then we have like these orchestral drum hits in this part.
Yeah, cinematic drum hits make everything sound so much cooler.
Yeah. And then we got, oh, we didn't put this one in. We had like a metal hits loop before. We decided to take it out. See, it gets a little noisy with the metal hits. So, and then we get to the like build part here with the big chords.
And that's pitch and flow modulation that we're doing in the various MIDI clips on those saw chords. So we drew that in to have them kind of like fall right before the hits and like swell back up. Yeah, so there's some pitch modulation. The chord comes in and swells up, and then they swell down at the end of the chord. And so something I did to get the chords pretty big is, and I do this a lot, is sorry, I just burped. So I'll do I'll like stack like a lot of like, so I'll do like the first, third, fifth, seventh, and then do like 9 and 11 a lot of the time. So you have like those upper harmonies in the chords. And then I'll also double the root notes as bass notes. So you have that kind of sound. And I think I EQ'd out the lowest, like the fundamentals for these low notes. If you take them away, not too different. But they're just adding a few harmonics in there to help kind of beef it up a little bit. And then in this one, I think it's the same chord. Yeah. And then this is just playing it up an octave up. You might have a little more detune. Yeah, no, it's also a little bit more high pass too, just because we don't want it clashing with the lower chords. Yeah. And then we get this like noise layer. And it's just playing the chords, but I mean, it's not like playing. Yeah, it could be one note, and it would still be the same kind of noise. Yeah. And then for like these big hits, like we have those big hits there. So we took our, what's our snare here? So we have, how many tracks? We got our main snare here. Then we have a clap under it, right? We have that, and then we have this short snare. Yeah, so these are all, I did, I think, the main drum samples for this track. And I really like layering my drums. So in terms of snares, what I like to do is I like to have one like fundamental snare. Sometimes it's tonal, meaning and you tune that tonal snare to the key of the track. So like it'll be in key. Then you have one really short transient heavy snare, which you'll fade so it's only at the beginning, and that'll give you the snap that you want. And then you'll have one really like percussive kind of ambient snare that'll last a lot longer. And you can either put reverb on it or something else, and that'll give you the body of the snare. So you'll have that tone and that snap from the first two, and then the snare will be filled out by that second kind of like longer reverb. Yeah. I'm seeing a question here. The multiband compressor in Serum is the same as OTT. They modeled it after OTT. The only difference is instead of an amount knob, they have a dry wet knob, and that kind of gives you phasing problems when you use the dry wet knob. So if I'm using it, I use it at 100%. Otherwise, I use my OTT outside of Serum. I'll use like actual OTT in Ableton. And if for some reason you really need the OTT at the beginning of your signal chain, if you own Serum, you can download Serum Effects, which is you can use Serum as an effects like module within the chain. So you could put your sound from your first instance of Serum. You could put the OTT right after it, and give the amount to what you need, and then put in Serum Effects, and then put on the rest of the effects you need. Yeah. So on these bigger snare hits here, I also layered on a little bit of glass hits like that. And then we got the super snare air hit and this crowd shear. I just like added a little fade to it. And so when all that hits together, you get this huge snare hit. It's pretty cool. And with the hi-hats. Yeah. So the hi-hats just have auto pan on them. Actually, they have a buttload on them. Fun fact: if you don't want to like pan your hi-hats, a trick, if you guys haven't heard of the Haas effect, it's where you put a simple delay on it and make it time, and then turn the dry wet up to 100%. If you make one of the channels 0 and the other channels delayed by like 5 to 10 milliseconds, it just widens up your hats and it gets them a little bit out of the middle of the stereo field. Yeah, so you can take your simple delay here,
And I'll go ahead and turn off, where's auto pan? All right, so we have our hi-hats here, and you should be in mono now. So if we wanted to make this a little bit wider, we could go ahead and turn off sync on both of these. And we could set one to like 1 millisecond, and we could set another one to about 15 milliseconds or so. After, they say the Haas effect is kind of falls apart at 30, but it depends on the frequency of it. So you kind of have to do it by ear, but essentially what you're going for is you want to be able to hear the sound as wider, but not as like two separate sounds hitting, if that makes sense. And that'll be really apparent in like percussive sounds where the hit is really fast and sharp. So we'll have to go a little bit shorter for the simple delay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if one of the channel, like it basically tricks the human ear into thinking that it's coming from a specific place, because it just means that the sound is hitting one ear before the other. So because it's delayed on the right, you're gonna hear this, hear the hi-hats more in your left ear. If you delayed the left ear by 10 seconds and the right ear by none, you'd hear it in your right ear.
Yeah. And then from here, we'll turn the dry wet up to 100. So then we're getting the true left hitting first and then the right coming out of delay. And if we've done it fast enough, our brain shouldn't be able to perceive two different sounds hitting us, but rather one sound just wider. So with it off, it sounds mono. And then with it on, I mean, I think you guys are watching in mono right now, so I just realized that. I don't know that you guys can hear this, but essentially it's getting wider. The only problem using this is it'll create a little bit of phase cancellation. So a cool trick you can do is put it into a group. Set your left time and right time different from 1. So like in this case, I'll do left as 15. I'll do right as like 25 or something. We'll do 22. And then here you have your chains. Go ahead and set this one to a wet chain. Just call it wet. And then duplicate it. You can call dry with no effect on it. So you have your dry chain. You have your wet chain with the delayed left and right. So basically you're getting your center hitting first and then your left and right coming afterwards at different times. And as a result, it's going to sound wider, but the phase cancellation will be less noticeable, because even if your left and right collapse into each other, you still have your center one. So it should hold up a little bit better. And then you can adjust the dry wet to how much width you want. So like,
yeah, you can just adjust the volume of the wet signal rather than the dry wet on a specific plugin. And
I've got you can even make a rack for this and control it by a macro. That's what I've done. Got my basic widener rack out here. CYC basic widener rack. And
I'll grab those Cyclops free racks right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna drop my racks pretty soon because I got a lot of cool ones that I think the world needs to jump on. So yeah, we just for this hat, we have the hat playing. I had a little bit of actually this isn't even on. I don't think we automated it. All right, so that's not even on. Don't worry about that. We got OTT just compressing the sound a little bit. There's that. We have auto panning it, compressor, and this is doing some side chain on the hats, just so they dip under the kick. And
I always side chain my hats to my kick. It makes them like pulse way better.
Yeah, especially for something like this where it's like machine gunning and going the whole time.
Yeah, it's super loud. It fills up the frequency space.
Yeah, and then we high pass it like super aggressively up to almost 2 kilohertz here. And then we dipped out. There's a wicked resonant frequency right here, so we took that out. And then another EQ, just pulling down the highs a little bit. That was probably during like the mix phase, just to get it to sit right. And then I have a utility for gain here. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know what I did with this. Oh, also, pulling the stereo scale a little bit. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
There's another tip you might be seeing. A lot of the times it's super helpful to put markers in ahead of time to kind of help lay out your track before you actually make it. That way it'll force you to work within the time constraints of the track like before, so you don't get you don't end up making a 6-minute track when you're trying to make a 3-minute one.
Yeah. I think that's what we did for this is once we had our like parts down, we like talked to each other like, all right, what do we want from the song? And then we decided we we're gonna do like the drop, like the first half's gonna be heavy, second half's gonna be more melodic. And then we just laid out all the parts, and then from there, were able to map it out. And I think as a result, we got it done a lot quicker than we might.
Yeah, because we kind of made the parts separately and then arranged them and then just finished them.
Yeah.
We should go over the drop. There's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the build here. Oh, no. Build just a hi-hat. Here we go. All right, so we get to here. We added I want to go over this. Like, I'll go over this real quick just so we can get to the drop.
Yep.
So we got like these cool toms. Going back to the cinematic drums, we got these cool cinematic drum hits. And we just OTT'd the hell out of them. So they're huge. Then we get to the build. And we introduce the horns in the build here. Couldn't remember if it was.
Fun fact: I made that horn patch. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look at it, I used it in a remix I did for a cymatics thing. But it's two pretty simple waves, FM'd, and then with just a bunch of saturation and like compression.
Yeah. Which one am I looking at? Is this?
It's going to be under lead, I think.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
No, it's brass lead 01, I think. Or brass lead. No, yeah, that's just a different.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool, there's like real simple wavetables, FMing, and then you have the cool reverb filter giving it like that horn sound.
Yeah, the reverb filter is what makes the track. And then you can automate the reverb filter a little bit with the same LFO you use on your oscillators to just give it more movement.
Yeah. And then with some filtering here on like the EQ and stuff and some distortion, you can get like a cool brass sound.
And you know you got to get that OTT in there.
Yeah, boy. And then just some like post like saturator. Got some clean and thick rack, which is basically just OTT and EQ. Then a little bit of reverb to give it some space. And then EQ to clean it up. That reverb filter can be a little nasty, so we clean it up. And then some glue compression.
Yeah, the soft clip on the glue compressor is like it'll do wonders.
Yeah.
Soft clip on the glue compressor, best plugin Ableton's ever, best feature.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the build with the cool brass lead. Yeah, so we had the brass lead pitch bend upwards. I want to check the chat real quick. Brian, if you want to like talk about anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say we layered that synth I was talking about earlier that I had made with several brass samples we just found around the internet, and that gives it kind of the harsh, like edgy kind of brassy sound that we used. Then obviously we compressed and saturated it so it was like at the front of the mix. In addition to that, in the mix session, we made the kick and the snare the loudest part of the drums because we knew that was going to be the driving force of the track. Let's see. And then in terms of the sub, Cyclops has a fat bass rack that he likes to use that is super helpful on this because I had this really great sub patch that was like a little bit saturated, but it was mostly low end. When we added this fat bass rack on, I'll let you talk about it because the dry wet is like your thing.
Yeah. So he had this cool bass patch and had like a little bit of a reverb on it. And I thought it sounded really cool, but like it was just missing like a little bit of top end. So I'll play without the. I think this should be it. Hold on, how do we add the fat rack? Okay, so we added it on the bus. All right, so I'll talk about this real quick. So this is your. Let me turn off the bus compression. Shit. All right, so we got the bass here. Yeah, so it's got like that little bit of reverb on it, and it like helps like spread out the bass. But it was missing a little bit of like high end and like mids needed to help fill out the track a bit more. So put on this bass fat rack, which has like a dry signal and a wet signal, and the wet signal has it's called a bit warmer is the saturation preset. It's got that cranked. It's got some EQ. It's got a wide noise rack I made. So it uses that uses the Haas effect again, but it also adds erosion to add some high end. And it's got another EQ just to clean up the low end on it. So it's mixing like really distorted high end with like the untouched low end. And altogether that sounds like. Now, so without it, you got like that, and then with it, nice buzz to the top.
Speaking of which, that the bass originally before the bass fat rack, there's a really cool trick you can do if you take. So basically, I'm having a low pass sine wave play the sub frequencies, but above that, I distorted the shit out of another sine wave and put reverb on that. That widens it out, and if you EQ that so it fits right above the sub bass, you get a really like fat mono like sub bass signal. And then you have this really wide kind of distorted bass above it. And that can really like widen out your sound even before you put on any saturators or compressors.
Yeah, so we got the like sub bass. Oh, and that's running through the bass fat rack right now. So that's a little distorted. But then there's also the mids and then the highs. And all of that together help make like his pretty sick bass sound here. What else we got? Let's talk about the overwhelming brass here. So we got the like main stabs. So it's two different brass sounds, I guess. So we have like the ones that are hitting on the downbeats, these ones, and then that's overlaid with this one here. So this brass stab, I think these are sampled. I cannot see the sampler. I am very confused. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, so we got 3 different brass sounds going here.
Yeah, there was a lot of brass.
Yeah. And then we have this running through a rack I made called Brass Hits. Wait, Briden, did you make this rack or did I make this rack?
You made the brass. I made the synth.
Oh, okay.
You made the brass rack.
Okay. Yeah, so we have the 3 different brass hits. And this has some automated reverb, automated saturation, some EQ, and then the compressor. No, that's not sidechain. It's just some compression. So all together, those mix together and give us, the big hits. And then we have these ones, and this is the one Briden made with his preset here. And I think it's pretty similar settings, just playing like down an octave. So we have these downbeat ones. And then we also have the lead, which is this one here. So that's Briden's preset.
Oh, yeah, actually, sorry, I wanted to talk about this. Hubsy Dubs is asking about how we met.
Oh, yeah.
And it was I submitted a remix to the Blow It Up remix contest that Cyclops did like 9 months ago. What was it? It was like it was last summer.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I made a remix that was like decent enough to win. And I think the reason it stood out because my mixing and mastering and like sound design at the time was pretty terrible, or it wasn't that great. But it stood out because I did a different style from what the track was originally in. So pro tip: if you're making a remix, try to change up the style, see how that goes. So I went in. We talked a little bit then, but then we we didn't talk again until his No Mercy remix, which I also placed in, which was nice. That's a remix I'm super proud of. If you guys want to listen to the No Mercy remix / No Mercy by Cyclops, I can link that at some point. Cyclops, if you want to link that too. Yeah. And then after that kind of remix EP came out, Cyclops actually messaged me. I was thinking about doing a collab with him because I won these 2 remix contests, but I was a little bit too shy at the time to really message anything. But he kind of messaged me out of the blue and was like, hey, you won these things. I think our styles work really well together. And so that we started this collab. What was it, like maybe September of last year?
I don't know if it was September. It was like
or like November.
I think it was November. Yeah, because I put out the EP in October.
Right.
So I did the remixes, and that was dropped in like November. So it was probably like shortly after that.
But honestly, though, the moral of this story is if I had the guts to message Cyclops even a month or two earlier, maybe even right after the first remix, he probably would have been down to collab. I think most people on SoundCloud, if they're small or starting up, or even if they're big, a lot of the time are super down to just work on music with people, listen to music, you know?
Yeah.
That's something I didn't really realize.
Yeah, I think if you're someone who's bringing like a, you know, your own unique sound to the table, I think a lot of people latch onto that. And if you're doing it well, people really admire that and want to collab.
Yeah, I was going to say uniqueness and songwriting trumps like good sound design any day.
Yeah.
I would know because I am a little unique, I would say, in terms of my sound, but I suck at sound designing. So I'm here based on my songwriting and like drum arranging potential.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think like people like praise like Virtual Riot and Zomboy for like these like sick sound designing, but at the end of the day, like what like helps glue it all together is like the fact that they've like also put together a cool song. Like I think of a song like Dead Presidents with like 12th Planet, where like the sound design is like crazy, but like the whole thing is like works because it's like in like the shell of like a good song. Yeah.
Yeah. So the long and short of it, I met him through the remix contest, but musicians always want to collaborate.
Yeah.
I think that's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
Y'all take a listen to that remix too. I need the plays. I need the plays. I'm very proud of that remix though. If y'all take a look. Oh, hey, we're about to hit 10,000 on Perseus.
Oh, hey.
Woo! It's both of our biggest tracks to date. So congrats.
We're real excited.
We're real excited.
Let's switch back to screen share here.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if he's still here, but big thanks to Hybrid Trap for accepting our song and for like bringing it out there. The guy's a great dude, got a great channel on SoundCloud and on YouTube and on Facebook and on Spotify. So follow him on those.
Follow him everywhere.
Follow him as much as you can.
So we got a brass lead one that's the Briden preset here. And we got this one. And I think the rest of these are sampled. Yeah. And then this one. And that together creates the pretty cool last lead. I think a big consideration for the brass lead was using reverb with OTT, but knowing when to kind of use it properly so that it doesn't blow out the reverb and create like feedback and stuff, which can be tough. Trying to get like long reverb tails, but have them not too compressed that like weird stuff starts to happen. I think in this case, all the reverb is after all the compression, and then we had bus compression. Yeah.
Always compress before reverb.
Yeah. I wouldn't say always.
Oh, yeah, unless you're trying to get that sound.
Yeah. Or if you're using like some light compression. But yeah, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble real quick with reverb before compression if you're not careful, especially with long reverb tails. So in this case, we put our reverb after the compression on each track, and then the bus compression was really subtle. Like we just had this one, like just catching peaks, so it wasn't doing anything crazy. And then we have OTT on here at like 30%, and that was about it. Yeah, it might be sidechain. Yeah, this one's just catching peaks. This one at ratio of 7. And then this is multi-band compression. So people always rant about OTT being awesome, but I think there's another shout out that needs to happen for a multi-band compression plugin. It's like
I heard about that from Sam. He his live streams.
It just like helps brighten things up, and it helps. It's like a lighter OTT that's a little bit brighter.
Yeah, it's not an expander, so it's only catching the peaks. Yeah, it's not actually boosting the sound before it compresses it. It's only compressing.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we get to we have the brass lead through here, and then we get to the second part of the drop, which amazingly has its own set of saws. So we have so many like saws going on in this song. So we have these square chord ones, and then we have these ones. And then we have these ones, which is almost the exact same thing. We have these ones.
Layer.
It's a little bit higher. And then we have this another square layer. And you made this one. Does this one have like a reverb filter on it?
Wait, which one?
Yeah, I know. I think you added these ones. It's frozen. I'm kind of afraid to unfreeze it.
Okay, yeah, that was a preset I got from a friend that I messed with a little bit. It's got the half of it is a square wave. The other half is I think it's like the PWM wavetable, but it's actually there's like a the wavetable is moving within it.
Yeah,
I got that out of like a producer group on Facebook.
And then we have this noise layer again. So
noise layers fattens up the sound. Good stuff.
All of these, what do we have? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 layers for the song.
No wonder it's so goddamn fat.
Yeah.
And there's also an ARP there that we didn't end up using because it just took up a little bit too much space.
Yeah, like one thing we were saying, like after we finished the track, we're like, all right, like we got it, signed with the label, like we're all stoked, but like I think there's like a lot going on in this track, so
like almost too much.
Yeah, so like I'm kind of happy we took the ARP out, like especially in this part where we have like the brass on top of the chords, on top of like the big drums on top, and like with the ARP it would have been crazy. So we have
different things going. We have the brass lead plus the low kind of brass hits down in the like the low end. There's so much.
Yeah. And then like this ARP with like its own reverb would have been like so messy. Like
I think that has delay on it too.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we have the reverb. Yeah, we have reverb before the OTT. So this is a case where like the reverb's like getting like squashed. So that would have been like really present in the mix. And then we have like these cool chord hits here on the snares. And these are just like,
the reason those are actually put in a different group is because another good tip is to compress really large chords to the snare, so the snare pokes through. It makes it easier to have like a really transient snare in the master. The reason that it's in a different group is that we didn't want those chords sidechain, because if they were sidechain at the snare, they're hitting with the snare, it would have like clashed.
Yeah. And plus they hit for so shortly. They would have ducked under the snare, and you would have never heard them. So we had to put them in their own group without sidechain, and that's just that sound. The chord, I think it's the same chord, just running through a different preset through some reverb, and that just automates on and off real quick. And then we get to this part with the lead. So I had a lot of trouble trying to mix the brass on top of the chords there, but I think it came out all right. And then we get to this cool break here, and
that's just the square layer from the saws earlier.
Yeah. My big secret that I've been using in like every song ever is if I can find it.
All these effects.
Yeah. All right, so I got the exhaust layer I've been using a ton. It's just like the perfect like white noise, and it's like super long. And so you can come out of like the big section and then put the exhaust. You'll have like the big section will be like so full in a mix, and then you go to the break where like it's not as full. So you can throw exhaust on, and that'll help fill out the high end a little bit on top of like using the ambient layers like we were talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've done the same thing with like shaker rolls or rain sticks. If you want a little bit more of an organic sound, you can just automate the pitch of it within the audio clip of like one of these things to go down, as well as like automating the reverb out and the gain a little bit down. So it just like it creates this kind of like swell, like reverse swell effect.
I cannot find this anywhere. Oh, it's under cymbals. That's why. Okay, so the chime down. These like wind chimes, I use them all the time. They're perfect. You just like they add a little magic every time.
But with that Christmas magic.
Yeah. So we go to a second build, and then in this build we did Briden had this sick idea for a halftime build. So we like it's building. Like we were trying to figure out like we were like sending this track around to like buddies and stuff, and they were saying like, I don't know, the build is kind of weird, and we're like, we both agreed like the first build was awesome, but like then you get to the second time and it's like it kind of drags on a little bit. So Briden had the sick idea of doing like this halftime build, and I thought it's so awesome. Just like you're like building up. And then things get wicked real. What do we got for questions right now? What are people saying?
Well, people are like, only 10 people are watching, and I was like, you know, you're talking to us, so it doesn't matter. Like, if you're engaging with like 2 people, it's still a good stream. I'm happy.
Yeah. And plus, people are gonna like watch this later and stuff, and hopefully we can do like another stream at some point, and like they'll try to jump on for the next one.
I was gonna say, Hubsy was talking about making a Discord server, which I think would be a great idea if people were active on that.
I'll be wicked down to do a Discord server.
Guys, we'll figure that out as soon as this stream is done. We'll figure out the Discord, and then we can promote the live stream on the Discord as well as like Instagram, Facebook. If you are not following Cyclops on Instagram and Facebook, you better. His stories are hilarious.
You better follow Briden on Instagram and Facebook. Briden just made his Instagram. We got this boy almost up at 30 followers.
Ooh.
With some magic.
Yeah, so everything is linked on my SoundCloud profile. I'm at Briden SF on SoundCloud.
Should be, yeah, it's in the bio here too.
Sweet.
Live stream.
Throw me a follow if you wanna. Dennis P is asking, how do you deal with writer's block?
Writer's block. That's tough.
Yeah, that is. Bubsy, thank you. I was gonna say, that is tough. A lot of the times, I just go to a different project and start working on that, or I do like technical things. I like work on like mixing. I work on like I mess with compression, and a lot of the times it gives me enough time to think about what I want from the track.
Yeah,
like make a track loop and just fuck with the compression for a while.
I think if you kind of like break it down from like an analytical standpoint, like you're having like, and this is me just being like a fucking nerd, like
very analytical about it.
I don't know, like if you look at like what you're doing right now is not working, so you need to start doing something else to hopefully get back to like getting things to work. So I think rather than sit there and like try to force it, try to do something else that's productive towards songs or creating songs, but isn't necessarily writing the song. Like sound design, like a lot of people talk about when they can't think of like stuff, like write songs, they'll switch over to sound design and get some cool sounds going, and then they'll be like, oh, I could totally use it like this way. And then going back to songwriting becomes a lot easier. Also, like maybe like organizing samples or something to get yourself like psyched up to go back to working on music.
Doing something like analytical / not technically like music related helps a lot.
Using like a different part of your brain almost, like because like songwriting is like the creative part, but like organizing samples or something like that is like very like point A to point B.
Yeah, Alden's got another good thing. Remaking other people's tracks. A lot of the times, and I'm not like ashamed to say this, a lot of the times I'll take an idea I really like from someone else's track and like use it as the basis for my own. Maybe I'll take the chords, maybe I'll take a general vibe and use that. And like if you put your own spin on it, it's not like everyone recycles ideas. If you need to look at someone else's track for like a good like inspiration, not copying them outright, but looking at them for inspiration, that is a good way to do it as well.
Yeah.
Like listening to music helps you make music.
I've got to write a song for school on guitar, like a chord melody for like my like big panel evaluation at the end of the semester. So I was talking to my professor, like, how would you like approach like writing like a chord melody on guitar? And he was like, well, what I would do is I would take chords from another song. I just steal them from another song and put them in another key, and then right from there it's like, oh.
People did that in jazz, like back in the 50s all the time.
People in jazz.
The exact same chords and put a different melody over it just so they could solo on the same chords. Like this has been happening forever. Also, G4R Gervit, I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. He asked how to make good melodies. A lot of the time, starting with the notes of the chord as like an arpeggio is good. Then you can move those notes around and kind of like go by feel, you know?
Yeah, I'm big on using the notes in the chord and then using what the hell do they call them? Oh man, I am butchering my music theory knowledge in school. Passing tones. They're passing tones between the notes to kind of string together notes, or literally just like arpeggiating chords or picking notes from chords and creating melodies out of that. That's really solid because then you know you're exactly on that chord. you can also anticipate chords coming up. So if you're gonna if the next chord is a C, you could have your melody go up to a G because G is the 5 of C, and that'll resolve down to C. That's something I think about a lot when I write melodies, is where is it headed? How will it loop back into the beginning of the melody if the melody is going to keep looping?
Right, because chords are cyclic in dance music. Like they're always going to come back to that one. Anyway. Thanks for the questions, guys. We really appreciate it. This is fun.
Yeah. So, I don't know how much more there is to talk about the track. We got the second drop where we got just a different melody with the brass. And then I guess the outro is unique.
Yeah, I made this, I think, right?
Yeah, I laid down the chords and then you absolutely filled it out. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see what we got. So I made these patty chords, I think. And I think these are just, this is a sine wave. A little bit of detune and some voices, some chorus, a little bit of reverb.
Yeah.
The chords are just real sad.
Well, they're good though. They're good. Yeah. It works in the track. It's everything was so kind of loud and in your face. I wish it was going to end with this really long kind of stripping of the elements where it would go to drums and you would remove the bass.
Yeah.
We just need to cut it. Well, 1 for time, 2 for energy, but we need to just cut it.
Yeah.
And just put this kind of sad little melody and have it fade out rather than slowly fade out.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool because we were we both said this song is definitely a battle song. It kind of has that with the horns, the upbeat, it feels like you're going off to war or something.
Yeah.
I feel the drop is you're at war, and then at the end you've died or something, or you've lost.
You get to come home.
Yeah.
if you're feeling happy.
Yeah, nobody wins in war, kind of thing.
I was gonna say, we definitely have more time, so we can answer any questions y'all have about specific parts of the track, about marketing. We got a lot of plays, or we are getting a lot of plays through Hybrid Trap.
Yeah,
I think neither of us realized how important releasing through a label was. Release it even if it's a small one, releasing through an established kind of platform is super helpful. I was at about 100 followers before we released this. I'm now at around 160 just because of the exposure I got from this track, which was super gratifying for me to finally get a little bit of followers from something I had made. Because before it was friends, family, people like that.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people start as.
I was gonna say also, when you have people following you from this track, it also brings them to come check out your other tracks. I don't know if it's been the case for you, but I've been getting a lot of plays on other stuff and comments, not on just Perseus, but on other tracks from people checking out my channel. And
yeah, I'm a lot smaller than you, so I haven't gotten the comments on the other tracks, and plus a lot of my stuff is a little bit older.
Yeah,
I definitely think the more I do this, the more we put out, the more it'll kind of feed back around back into stuff you've already put out.
Yeah,
I've gotten maybe 100 plays on other stuff via this release.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you got, Hubsy? What's your question?
Loud, yeah, get out of here. Loud ass typing. I'll get a different keyboard. Hubsy wants to know if his name works.
I think Hubsy's a great name.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really depends on what's at least for me, what style, what genre you're working in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think not to interrupt you, but I think a lot of big name EDM stuff like dubstep and bass house, there's a lot more room for kind of flashy artist names.
Yeah.
But future bass and stuff like that, I think you need to tone it down a little bit more. That's why I'm just Briden and not something a little bit more flashy.
Yeah, I think there's kind of two ways to look at it. If you pick a name that, I feel like I'm about to burp. Sorry. If you pick a name that's got like connotations to it, like I picked Cyclops because I thought it had like a huge sound to it, and I wanted to write like really huge music. You carry that connotation with you, which is like good and bad. And then if you pick a name, like I feel like Hubsy, like I don't immediately think of some type of connotation, so you can kind of put whatever you want to that. But at the same time, it doesn't come with a connotation. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But it kind of depends what you want to do with your music, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Hubsy's cool because you can kind of brand it however you want.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say, because there's no like set like connotations to Hubsy, you don't have to worry about like acting or like making music in a specific way.
Yeah. Also, like just looking over your page here, like you're not like super far along or anything. Like, so I mean, it's not like you can't always change it if you wanted to. I mean, you could get back like your following and like get all the, like if you've got the talent to write like great music, which it seems like you do, and like your track was awesome. It's not like you couldn't get more following like from a different name or anything. So I wouldn't be turned off by that idea that you're going to lose so much.
Yeah, I think like Briden's my last name, right? So I think something that's like close to your heart as well as like that's applicable to like a lot of different ideas is like that's what's going to work for a name. It doesn't have to be like a super epic name or anything like that. As long as it works for you and it works for the variety of music you're making, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, dude. Thanks for looking at our track breakdown.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk about it. Maybe we can release a more structured video on or if you want, maybe we can even release a project file. I don't know.
Yeah.
How deep we want to get into this, but we may put up another, or he may put up another video on his channel about it.
Yeah. Another video on Perseus, or?
Yeah, no, I was thinking if you wanted to like put out the project file or something.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to think of what else we want to talk about right now.
Yeah, I mean, always down to answer questions, but if not, maybe we could tease another.
Yeah, we could talk about our. We're doing another collab.
Yeah, we had so much fun with the first one. We're already working on a second one in a different vein.
Yeah.
I get a hashtag clip gang in the chat, please.
Yeah. Where my hashtag clip gang at?
If you want to hear that unreleased shit.
Hold on.
I definitely think next time, because I hope there is a next time, we'll kind of promote this on his Discord and kind of aggressively market it a little bit earlier so we can get more people sending in music, more people asking questions, stuff like that.
Yeah, we could want to. I think the producer Discord is a really good idea. We can all like throw ideas back and forth, throw like tracks and stuff, and
find people to collaborate with, just talk about music.
Clip gang face tat.
Yeah, just like clip on one eyelid, like on the other, and then just like a meter tattooed on your forehead with like a red line on it.
It's just it's the Ableton meter, but it's like in the red.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Strix. Perseus was a banger. You're right. It was a large, huge banger. Oh! Decibel clip. Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't even know how to clip 14 dB over.
Is it possible? It's just only the snare. The snare is like 20 dB. Like anything else.
We want to play this collab real quick.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all ready for y'all ready to hear some unreleased stuff?
Yeah.
Unreleased in 3, 2. You post that. Show that onto the stream.
Yeah.
That's not over yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! We're excited about this one.
As every producer says, oh, it's we still gotta mix it. I mean, it's still a work in progress.
Now, thank you all for watching, for sending in questions, for everything.
Yeah.
This was so fun. It might have been really stressful in Cyclops part. I don't know.
No, I had a wicked good time.
Yeah.
You guys had some wicked sick tracks. I got like a ton in my email now, so I gotta like listen to them all.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna, as soon as this is done, I'm gonna send y'all a few responses to that.
Yeah. I think we are nearing the end of the stream here. So
yeah, full thank everyone for watching. And I think expect a video about a producer Discord pretty soon, huh? Thinking emoji.
Yeah, tweets. Go follow your boy Briden on Instagram and SoundCloud and Facebook.
Ooh. And go follow your boy Cyclops if you're not already on just literally everything.
Follow my Instagram. I want some more. You guys can message me on Instagram anytime. Definitely, I'm always responding to tracks and listening to stuff. So feel free to hit my DMs.
Slide in there. Slide.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we're gonna close up the stream. If anybody's got any last things to say here, we will definitely stream again.
We'll definitely stream again.
Yeah.
This was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll definitely listen to some more tracks on the stream because everybody was wicked into that.
Yeah, and we'll definitely promote it a lot more beforehand. Get some more momentum before we get here.
Yeah, maybe we can do it a little bit later so that works with people's schedule. I know like 3 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock Briden's time is a little rough for some people.
Definitely. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back on it. We'll be back on soon.
Yeah. Alrighty. Stop broadcast.